Happy Thursday, guys. It's Gigi coming at you in the middle of the day. It's 1:45 p.m. Thursday. I know this wasn't a big heads up, so I don't know what kind of participation we're going to get this time of day, but when you hop on, if you will say hello to me, let me know where you're hopping on from, and if you will hit those hearts, um, and wake up my algorithm and let people know that I've gone live. Just tap those hearts, send them up for me, say hello to me. Hey, April Dawn, how are you? April, will you hit those hearts for me over to the side? Tap those and wake up my algorithm. Hey, Shelley, how are you? I'm going live in the middle of the day. I know that this is a bit strange, and I'm going to explain West Virginia. Hello. Y'all know I'm from Georgia. Also, if you're a new follower, oh, Diane, I don't know if you were on the other night, but this actually is loungewear. I wanted to showcase it today. Um, this is another one of those loungewears that I ordered that I love. Mississippi is in the house. Hey, Judy, how are you? Thank you, Diane. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Hey, Miss Lynn, um, can y'all hit those hearts for me? Can you just tap up those hearts? I'm going to give it just a few minutes because I want to thank you for whoever's sending those. I don't know who's sending them, but I see them going up. And I'm going to explain to you why I'm getting on in the middle of the day on a Thursday. So I'm just giving it a few seconds, just talking with you here for just a second while I um, wait for some more people to hop on. And I know we may not get a big participation in the middle of the day and with me going live without very little warning, but it is what it is. So got to get it. Okay, Diane, I will, if you will remind me when I close out this live video, I will send you the direct link to it. Okay. I love it. It's another one of those loungewears that I told y'all that I seen um the on the Hipster's Kitchen. Georgia was wearing one. Y'all saw the lavender one with the polka dots that I had on last week. Well, this is a new one that I ordered. I wanted to order one and see if I was actually going to like it, and I love it. So, y'all, I've got one more set. I ordered 3 sets of this loungewear because thank you, Lisa, for sending me those hearts. Yes. Hey, Christy, how are you from Florida? Hey. Yeah, if y'all just hey Mary, Buckmaster, how are you? Y'all hit those hearts. Just trying to wake up my algorithm, and then we're going to get into why I am on here. But yes, Diane, remind me, okay? And I will gladly send you the link. Now, I think because this one is printed, it's a little bit more of a design. It was a little bit more, and it's still not bad for a two-piece loungewear that feels like butter. Um, oh, okay, Lynn. Did you get the lavender set? Um, okay, so let me, okay. So we've got a couple of people on here now. So let me explain to you several things. Um, my husband has been on vacation this week. So if I have been a little bit absent in the kitchen, that is why. He he has been home. So we've been out and about doing some things and taking care of some things. So I realized that I've probably been a little bit absent. I'm throwing this out there. I know my old followers know that, I'm a wife and a mother and a Gigi but first before anything else. But I usually do try to post a video almost every day. Um, but it has been a little bit scattered. I've been a little bit all over the place. But y'all know that I usually do Fruitful Friday on Fridays. And so I'm hopping on here today. Thank you for those hearts and those thumbs up. I appreciate it. If y'all, when you hop on, if you'll just keep tapping those, and it just tends to help me with. Do I have my? Yeah, I do have my ear. Can y'all hear me? Okay. I just realized I still had my earpiece in because my husband is outside cutting the grass and he's on the lawnmower. And sometimes if he gets up closer to the house, I'm in my bedroom again. If he gets close to the house, sometimes it might get a little bit noisy. Hey, Robin, how are you? Y'all say hey to me. You know, I've changed it up a little bit. And if you say hey to me, I'm going to do my best to say hey to you, but I'm not going to shout you out just because I see you hopping on, because I see a bunch of people hopping on. But if you don't say hello to me, I'm just going to assume that you are just here to watch and to listen and you don't want to be shouted out. So I'm just doing that out of respect for you. But if you say hello to me, I'm going to do my best to say hello to you. Okay. And right now, I'm going to turn my fan on because I need a little bit of breeze going on. Hang on one second, guys. Okay. I went ahead and cut the fan on. But several reasons that I'm on here on a Thursday is because I'm going to go ahead and do a little um, devotion with you today because tomorrow is 4th of July. And in the morning, my husband and I are in a parade, going to be in a parade here in our town. Our church has a float that's going to be in the parade. So I'm going to be tied up doing that. Okay. And I just felt like that might go into my time where I normally do a Fruitful Friday. Also, it's 4th of July, and I know a lot of people will be cooking out, spending time with family. I didn't want to interrupt anybody's 4th of July. Okay. I don't even exactly know. We're talking about putting some hamburgers on the grill, or I don't even know what we're going to be doing for the whole entire day. So, hey, Kay, how are you? How are you? Um, so I decided that I was going to get on here today. So, for the sake of time, so that I don't run this out too long, I'm going to go ahead and get started. But I wanted you to understand, and for those that may come back later and watch my replay, they'll understand that this is replacing my Fruitful Friday. So I will not be going live. Not saying that I'm not going to go live or I'm not going to post a video tomorrow. I may take you along on the parade um, with me. Okay. So, not saying that you won't see me at all tomorrow, but I didn't want to neglect I didn't want to neglect my Fruitful Friday, um, but I wasn't sure time wise tomorrow that I would have time. So I want to give you my thoughts today. Also, I have started um, walking. I have a friend, a lady friend from church. I have started walking with her, and we've been going every morning. We're going to do it somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock every morning. We have been going. Good afternoon, Gwen from North Alabama. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, how are you? We have been walking 4 miles every morning. And when I tell you my legs are sore, they're sore. But I know eventually that soreness will walk off, will wear off, and I will feel so much better um, when I continue to do it consistently. Oh, thank you, Sharia. Am I saying that right? You're a blessing too. Thank you so much for being here. So I've just trying to incorporate a little bit of exercise into my life. I do try to eat semi, healthy, but I've started back walking, and we've been trying to do 3.5 to 4 miles every morning. So yes, yes, April, it is very good to walk, and it just makes you feel better afterwards. So I've done that this morning. I fixed my husband nice some breakfast. I shared that with y'all, and came home, got my shower because after walking in this kind of heat and everything. So here I am. And y'all know I have shouted this book and this author out. several times on my page. I'm reading this book again. But what I'd like to say is I reached out to this author, Kathy Vincent. I reached out to her and asked her, I said, I've been reading your book again, and there's just a chapter in it that has really spoken. Oh, I'm glad, Cheryl. I'm glad you're doing great. Hey, Esther, how are you? Y'all know after I get through with my devotion, I always take the time to speak to y'all, try to stay with this so that I don't, I'm not all over the place. But I asked her, I reached out to the author through email, and she replied back to me that absolutely um, I could share that what was on my heart with this book. So I am going to read. Her books are short chapters, but boy, are they packed with a powerful punch. I know that predominantly most of my followers are female. Hey, all of you that are saying, hey, I'm going to go back. You got this book too, Bonnie Bell? Uh, it, Bonnie Bell, you saying happy Friday to me? It ain't Friday. Please tell me it ain't Friday. No, it ain't Friday. It's Thursday. Is it Friday? Oh, Lord, I'm confused now. Pretty sure that it's Thursday, y'all. Don't mess with my mind like that. Oh, and my husband's on vacation. I don't know what day of the week it is, to be truthful with you. But the crown effect, the author of this book has given me permission. So I just wanted y'all to know that um, in this book, I have her permission to share. Um, now I've done lost my place. I'll find it because it was marked. Here it is. So I'm going to read. Thank you, Bonnie Bell. You're right. It does. It does. Hey to all of y'all that are saying hey to me, and I'll try to go back and respond to some things that I see you. Okay, good. I'm not that crazy. Then it's Thursday. Bonnie Bell, you're the one that's confused. So let me read this to you with the author's permission. If you do not have this book, I highly recommend this book. I don't make a dime off of anything to do with that, but I highly recommend her. And she's working on a second book, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get her second book. She is precious, and I do have permission. But the chapter that I'm going to read to you is called "Stop Comparing Yourself to Others." Now, y'all, if you hold your comments, because I'm gonna be looking down, and I don't want to miss them. I want to answer your questions, and I want to interact with you. But let me read this. It honestly is just a couple of pages. But I want to read this to you because I think that I mean, most women, we're all the same. We all have the same desires, the same needs, the same wants. I mean, we're different, but we're a lot alike. So I feel like if this really spoke to my heart like it did, it'll speak to yours too. Stop comparing yourself to others. And I thought with it being 4th of July, the reason for that is we celebrate Independence Day, freedoms and liberties. And you know what? You have freedom and liberties to be yourself and to stop comparing yourself to others. Okay. So let's read. We all do it. Stop comparing yourself to others. We all do it. We see a woman who has what we desire and think, why not me? Maybe you look at her engagement ring, her baby bump, her girl trip pictures, or her house and think, why can I not have those things? You notice her social media likes and perfectly toned body. You witness her talent, education, or career. You watch her flawless life unfold and think, why can that not be me? If we are honest with ourselves, we all know her life is not perfect. We live in a fallen world. All of our lives are huge messes, filled with chaos and dysfunction at some level. Remember me? I am still flashing the congregation. You'd have to read her whole book. It just She alludes to that because in her first chapter, in her introduction to this book, she tells you about a fall that she took over the banister at church. And anyhow, I'm not going to give the book away, but that's what she's speaking about. She said, "Remember me? I am still flashing the congregation." Sadly, social media enables people to selectively and artistically present what appears to be a perfect life. If you are not careful, you will start comparing your mess to their masterpieces. The reality is that hurt and sadness can lurk behind any perfect smile. Any idyllic family vacation can be marred by a family fight. With every impeccable decorated home comes bills, broken appliances, dirty laundry, unidentifiable smells, and possibly the occasional mouse that it's found its way to that 6-month-old Christmas candy in the nightstand drawer. Not that this ever happened to me, of course. Behind any inviolable social media masterpiece, you could find a mess. Because of grace, though, behind every child of God is a work in progress, a beautiful soul sitting on the potter's wheel, being molded into who she was created to be. The child of God is a mess being made into a masterpiece by the one who formed her in the womb and knew her before she was born. Comparison is the enemy's way. Comparison is the enemy's way of keeping you from seeing who God created you to be. Satan wants you to feel unworthy, insecure, and incapable. What better way than to have you look at another woman's social media masterpiece and think that God must love her more or that she must be a better person? It is easy to think that life is not fair or that you got the short end of the stick. But remember that Satan is a liar and the father of lies. You can find that in John chapter 8, verse 44. When you compare yourself with others, you agree with his lies. And listen, the word of God says when we compare ourselves among others, that is not wise. That's not wise. One day, not too long ago, and this is Kathy writing this book. One day, not too long ago, I was sitting by myself on the beach and happened to notice that my $5 flip-flops lying in the sand, they looked pretty worn out, and I decided I needed a new pair. Right then, the Lord spoke to my heart. If you could walk in any one woman's flip-flops, whose would they be? Was it a trick question? Should I answer with someone like Mary, the mother of Jesus, or Esther, who saved her entire nation from annihilation? I pondered and then answered honestly and emphatically, no one's. I cannot think of another woman's flip-flops who I want to walk in. That question brought an amazing realization to my life. Yes, I can think of many smarter, prettier, more talented women who accomplish more, have more, and do more. I respect and learn from several women, none of whom fall and flash everyone in church. But I would not want to walk in any of their flip-flops because I know this woman. I know where her flip-flops have been and can recount all the marvelous things her father has done for her. I know where her flip-flops are now and the peace she has in knowing her father has a great plan for her. Although I do not know exactly where she is going, I know her father has paved the way and is going with her. For those reasons, I am completely satisfied walking in my own $5 flip-flops or my pink rhinestone flip-flops, pink corked heel platform shoes, pink Western style ankle boots, or my favorite pink leather and suede fur lined duck boots. And if you notice, she always refers to the color pink because she loves pink and a lot of her wardrobe is pink. She absolutely adores the color pink. Whether you walk in flip-flops, combat boots, sneakers, stilettos, never wish that you could walk in another woman's shoes. Yours are a perfect fit. And if the shoes fit, walk in them. Walk in your own shoes, knowing you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139:14. From the top of your head to the soles of your feet, trust God to take you places you never dreamed you could go. Walk in your own shoes, believing that He will be there to pick you up, even if you stumble and fall. And know these three things. There went the earpiece. Y'all let me know if you can still hear me, okay? And know these three things. Let me cut that fan off in case it picks up any background noise. Know these three things. Your Father does not love her more than He loves you. His love for us is so great that we cannot begin to understand it. As humans, our love for one another usually depends on behavior of the person we love or are trying to love. Boundaries, qualifications, and exceptions do not limit God's love. It is so wide and long and high and deep that it surpasses knowledge. Ephesians 3:18 and 19. He loves you just as you are, and you can do nothing to change it. The Bible tells us that nothing in all creation can separate us from the love of God. Nothing you have said, no mistakes you've made, and no mess you found yourself in will take away His love for you. It is infinite, unfailing, and unconditional. That's one. Two, your Father is not rewarding her for being a better person. We are saved by grace, which is a gift from God. No amount of work or good can earn His grace. You need only ask. James 4 teaches us to humble ourselves and draw near to God. It is then that He will lift and hold us up. Stop looking at Debbie Do-It-All, poster child for church and volunteer work. She is doing what God called her to do, using her gifts to serve Him, which is wonderful. A person can preach, teach, serve, and give, but not one word, lesson, meal, nor dollar will earn His grace. Ever heard that? Cannot outgive God? It is free to all who simply call on Him. She did not win. This is the third one, final. I'm about to be closing it out. She did not win the blessings lottery. Life is not always fair, and everyone is not on the same playing field. Look at my life. It certainly did not start. You'd have to know her testimony, and that's why you need to get this book. It certainly did not start out on a level playing field, but that was actually the best thing that ever happened to me. Yes, I was abandoned as a young child, but that abandonment led me to a place where I was loved unconditionally and taught about the unconditional love of Jesus. It led me to salvation and learning who I am in Christ and to living an abundant life. Getting the short end of the stick may be how God prepares you for all He has in store for you. Trust Him and know that He is in control. While you look around comparing yourself, desiring someone else's life, you miss out on the life God has planned for you. Romans 12:2 says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and to approve that God's will is His good, pleasing, and perfect will." Transformation starts with your thinking and focusing. It starts here. Spend your day reading the Word and listening to what God says to you. Instead of thinking about what God does for someone else, focus on submitting yourself completely to Him. That's okay, Sally. I understand completely. You come back later if you want to finish it, because I'm down to one last paragraph and I'm done. Let's see. Then you will discover how wonderful it is to live in the center of His will for you rather than sitting on the sidelines of His will for someone else. Now I am saying you will never look at another woman and wish you had what she does. No way. That's not what she's saying. But when you know who you are in Him and you believe who you are in Him, you will know what He has for you is so much more. Although you may wish for what she has, you will not look at her and think, why not me? See her remembering that all you want to be is yourself, even if yourself is clinging to a handrail, thinking how different things might be if you had worn those $5 flip-flops to church. And I thought that chapter, that short little chapter of stop comparing yourself to others, because, I know me, and like I said, I'm a woman. I know sometimes we can get wrapped up in everything that we don't have instead of seeing the blessings in what we already have and what God has already blessed our life. I'm guilty. I know. I've looked at another woman and said, oh my goodness, I wished I had this or that, or oh my goodness, her house, it's so beautiful, or her car, oh, I'd love to have a new car. And then I quickly remind myself, I don't want a car payment. My car's paid for. Sure, it might be 12 years old, but it's paid for. But our human nature can a lot of times covet what someone else has. We can compare ourselves to what someone else has, and we can feel like somehow God has shortchanged us. Or, as Kathy said in that chapter, He must love her more. No, that's not true. God's love, God's measuring stick for love is not based upon our works. It's not based upon anything good that we can do or that we have done. Works has nothing to do with having a personal relationship with God. We work after we give our life to the Lord. We work for the Lord because we want to do a work for God. We want to show others what God has done for us. We want to serve others. We want to be a blessing to others, but we can't merit. Do you know unmerited favor? That's what God's grace is. You can't earn it. It's a free gift. And that's the most beautiful thing to me about that story is I don't have to compare myself. Am I ever going to? Probably. Yes. The lady who wrote this book, I wish I had her hair. I love her hair. It's so beautiful. Her hair is just gorgeous. But I'm not coveting. I'm saying she has beautiful hair. And I'm like, oh, it'd be so nice to have that beautiful, thick, curly head of hair. But, she's precious. And she's got a gift. She definitely has a gift for writing. This is her book. If you do not have it, you can find it on Amazon. I will post this link. She did not ask me to do this. But I'm going to give her a shout out because I love this book. I'm on my second time reading it. And I'm just waiting on her second book to drop. But every chapter in here is like that. She shares some chapters you'll be laughing at her. Other chapters you'll be crying along with her. And she's so relatable, and you can put yourself, how many of you could put yourself right there in that chapter that you've compared yourself or felt like somehow you got the short end of the stick, as Kathy said, and that God somehow didn't bless you like He blessed. No, we just have to learn to look for the blessings that are absolutely right in front of us, because they are innumerable. If you sat down, you took a piece of paper and a pencil and you started writing down your blessings, your first blessing can start with the fact that God saved you by his wonderful, marvelous grace. And when he saved you to the uttermost. And the devil can lie and confuse you and cause you chaos, but he cannot take what God freely gave you. He cannot. And, that's a blessing. You can also say, you know what? I woke up today and I can breathe. I woke up to another day of life. Yes, yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Shelley. I will say that these lives only last for 30 days. If you share this, that's perfectly okay. But just know that after 30 days, if you don't see it on your page anymore, it's because Facebook deletes lives after 30 days. What I'm trying to do is to go back and to download those to my device so that I can re-upload them and save them to my device instead of on Facebook's live. Love her message. I've been there. Yes, Vicki. I kind of felt like we could all relate to that chapter. It was a short chapter. And when I reached out to the author and asked for permission, and she granted that so sweetly, granted it. And I just felt like I wanted to share that because I think that we can all relate to it. And I think that we can all put ourselves right there in that chapter of so many times we want what another person has. And can I encourage you in this? The Bible says for us to learn to be content. There's that beauty. Look at that beautiful hair. I just happened when I held that book up and I'm like, well, there she is. That's the author of this book. Kathy, she is an absolute sweetheart too, a jewel of it, just a sweet, sweet spirit about her. All right, let me see. Let me talk to y'all for just a second and say hey to you and thank you for hopping on. And if you're just hopping on, you can go back. I shared a chapter in this book about comparing ourselves to others and that we need to stop comparing ourselves to others and we need to love ourselves because Jesus loves us. He created us in his image and we are fearfully and wonderfully made. He makes no mistakes, okay? And so you can know that nothing that you can do will earn any good graces with God. Unmerited favor is what grace is, okay? You don't have to compare yourself to another person. You don't have to covet what another person has. Listen, I'm going to guarantee you this. As content creators, we've probably all been guilty of that. I try my best to stay focused on my page and to stay focused on my followers and whoever God sends to my page, because you could easily get wrapped up in coveting another cook or another content creator, and you can go over to their page and said, oh my goodness, look at the followers they have, or they got 1 million, or they got hundreds of thousand, and you can get wrapped up and focused on what they have on their page and lose focus of exactly what God has blessed your page with. Every single one of my followers that God has sent to me is a blessing from God. And cut my fan back on. Well, I said I am. There we go. I think my battery might be getting low in my remote control. But if we're not careful, we'll do that even as where did you say you got your loungewear from? I missed it. Linda, I will post a link because somebody else is supposed to remind me. You can order this off of Amazon, but the brand is called Prin Story, Prinstory. And I'm going to recommend that you order that through Georgia, the Henster's Kitchen. I'm going to recommend that you order through Georgia's storefront, Amazon storefront, because you will help her. When you purchase this loungewear, you will help her. This is my third pair that I've ordered because I wanted to order one pair, make sure that I liked them and they were comfortable. I loved them so much that I ordered 2 more pair. But be content. You're welcome, Linda. I will post that link, okay? Um, but I just wanted to hop on here today because I knew tomorrow, 4th of July, like I said, we're in a parade with our church on our church float tomorrow and everything. And I just felt like that I may get tied up. We're going to be in the parade. Hey, Kathy, how are you, my sweet darling friend? You're a blessing too. Thank you for jumping on and saying hello to me. I've enjoyed watching you in the kitchen with those beautiful grandbabies. But hey, Kathy, while you're here, Kathy gave me permission to share a chapter. I read a chapter in her book today called Comparing Yourself to Others. And it just spoke so deeply to my heart that I felt like I wanted to share it. And I felt like so many of us could put ourselves right in that chapter, right there with her. I know I could, and it spoke to me. So that was tomorrow's 4th of July, and I'm not going to do my Fruitful Friday, so I did it today. But she gave me permission to share that. And I know that you love her. That's how I met her. Listen, if y'all aren't following, and I feel like you already are, if you're not following Kathy's Southern Kitchen, you see her on my page comment, and please go follow her page. You will love her. She is just a jewel and a professional in the kitchen, I must say. You love watching Kathy's Southern Kitchen. I do too. Listen, I started following Kathy before I was ever a content creator. She was another one of the ladies who inspired me to want to do this. But I love her too. She is so sweet. She is so sweet. But that's what I wanted to share with you, because I feel like we're all guilty of it. We all are guilty of comparing ourselves to others. And as many of the cooks and the content creators that I love, that I follow, that I support, some of them support me, some of them don't. But you know what? I don't want to lose track. I don't want to lose focus on my page. Oh, perfect, Kathy. And I know you are excited about that trip. I'm excited for you to go see your daddy. I know you just cannot wait for that. But I love this book. I shout it out and share it with everybody. And I can't wait for her second book to come out, because I'm going to snatch it up right away. But I don't want to lose focus of the page that God has given me. I don't want to be jealous of somebody else. I don't want to compare myself to somebody else. I want to be content and happy with right where God has me in my life, and to focus on being the person that He's called me to be, and being the creator of my page and the followers that He's blessed me with. So I felt like, we could all get a blessing from that, and learn that, the devil's a liar. He's the author of lies. He's the author of confusion. And that's how he divides. That's how he causes division. So don't fall for his tactics. Don't give him any ground. Like Kathy said, the renewing of our mind. Don't give the devil any ground in your mind, because that's where he wants to attack you, and that's where he can keep us defeated, discouraged, despondent. Just don't let him have ground in your life and make you think that somebody else has a better life than you, because it's not wise for us to compare ourselves to others. Focus in on every single blessing that God has for you. Okay? Because God is blessing you. He has a purpose. He has a plan. And He has the perfect life for you. Even when we don't understand His plan, we can trust it. Many, many times I've questioned and why this or why that? And on down the road, you can see why. You can see how it unfolded and how God brought good. And I say God is the only person. He is the only one who can take every single one of our goof ups and turn them into His glory and use them for His honor and glory. So I'm gonna end with that and tell you that I love you guys. I thank you for being here on my page. I thank you for following and encouraging me, all the likes. comparison is such a web of destruction. Yes, it is, Kathy. It has destroyed so many people, and it gets us, it truly takes our eyes and our focus off of God and just how wonderful He's been to us. He's blessed me. I mean, is everything about my life perfect? Absolutely not. If I shared stories with y'all would say, why do you have any joy in your life? But I do, because the joy of the Lord is my strength. And everything about my life hasn't been perfect. By far, it has not been perfect. But God has been good to me, and He's been far better to me than I deserve. And my cup runneth over. Even on days when I'm down and out, discouraged, depression tries to set in, or I just get overwhelmed with life in general, God is still good. And if I can go right back to Him and put my focus right back on what He's already done, stop looking at everything that's going on around me. And I've said this before, stop looking at everything that's going wrong and focus on everything that's going right. Okay, that's where you'll reap your blessings, on just focusing on everything that God has done for you. And if you jot them down, you'll run out of paper. You will run out of paper trying to write down the blessings of God. So I love you guys. I thank you so much for hopping on with me and joining me today. And if you're just hopping on, oh, thank you, Melba. Thank you. Nan sent you to my page. I appreciate that. She is in my corner and has been in my corner. She was probably my 5th follower, to be truthful with you. She's been with me since the get-go, and she encourages me a lot behind the scenes. Kathy has encouraged me. Denise at South Alabama has encouraged me. I don't want to start calling names because I will miss somebody, and I don't want to do that. But I've had some really precious content creators to shout me out, and why they do, I don't know, because nothing special about me, nothing special about my cooking. I'm a home cook. I get in my kitchen and I cook with my heart. But I've made some friendships that I never would have made if I hadn't pushed that button the first day and did that live. I laugh at myself on my first live. It's quite comical, but it was that button and me pushing that button and going live that led me to some wonderful friends and let me meet some wonderful people, and one of them being Kathy Vincent, the author of this book. So I'm thankful. If for no other reason that I've met some wonderful followers, I've met some wonderful content creators, and I appreciate every single one of them that has supported my page, that has shouted me out. And you know what that says to me? They aren't at all about themselves. They are about holding up the hands of another content creator, helping them along the journey, helping to share them and to put them out there. No jealousy, no coveting, no envy, just supporting one another. And that's what I love about so many of them. So, and I love every one of my followers. I love your support and your encouraging me along the way. There's been many times I've gotten on here and I've put on that happy face and I've done a video with, hurt in your heart, things going on that I don't maybe let you see behind the scenes, and a follower or another creator say something positive and encourage me on my page, and it just turns my spirit around and it turns my frown upside down and it just encourages me. And so I'm grateful for that, because you may not ever know that. You may not know how you've inspired and you've uplifted and you're encouraging. And like Kathy says every single time, you are a blessing. I'm not taking her line. I'm saying what Kathy says. You are a blessing. And when she says that, she means it, because truly, Kathy has just went through a devastating hurt. And I can guarantee you, she would say wholeheartedly, many times she has gotten on this page and found comfort and found love and encouragement from her followers and from her friends that has helped her to get through the day. So, listen, if we can do anything in this life, is hold up the hands of each other. Don't compare ourselves to each other, because you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to come to my page and compare yourself to me. I hope you don't, because you're going to come up real short, because I am a nobody outside of God. I am everything because of him, but nothing without him. So I don't have enough fingers or toes to count how many I watch. Hey, that's okay. And I bet every single one of them love your support too. So thank you for being here. Thank you, Cheryl, for letting me be one of your fingers and toes. You wouldn't be here if I wasn't. My Cato store had the star shirt. Oh, good, Lisa. I'm so glad you were able to find it. Hey, Jeff, how are you? So I've got several links that I'm going to share with y'all. None of them on my own. I don't have a storefront. I know I probably need to get one eventually, but I don't have one. And but I will, when I get something, I will share, and I will share whose page it come from. I sure will. I'll shout them out in a heartbeat. If somebody is interested in something that I'm wearing, or I'm not an affiliate for Cato. Most of my clothes come from Cato. I love Cato, but I will find that link. I'll go to the Cato website, and I will find that link and share it with you. This loungewear, absolutely love it. Love it. Ordered me 3. My husband looking at me like, that's another package that come for you. I'm like, oh, it's just, I ordered me some loungewear. I needed some new pajamas. So I highly recommend these. I got me 3 pair off of Georgia, the Hipsters family, the Hipsters Kitchen. And I will share that link with you too. So that being said, I've kept you long enough. Can somebody tell me how long I've been here? Because I know I've been here too long. I see you laughing. Lou. That's what somebody was just talking about. Okay, y'all. I got to model my loungewear. Hang on. I got to show y'all. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do this. Not a model. Not a model. This is my other loungewear. If you can see, it's got a band around the legs. It's got a drawstring. It's got pockets, which I absolutely adore. It's got a band here, a band here. Feels like butter. I am 163 to 165 pounds. This is a size large. I am 5'8", 5'8.5". You know that when you get my age, that inch helps. But this is a large. And this is the lounge. This is loungewear. I know you can't tell what it is when I'm sitting down, so I said, well, let me get up. Let me get up and show it to y'all. Y'all see my fan up there? I got a fan. It's my life, y'all. I live with fans. Oh, let me get my glasses back. I live with fans. Yep. Got 2 in my bedroom, and I sleep with both of them on. My husband's like, just don't turn them on me. Just don't turn them on me. I said, oh, I want them on me. You got yours too, Marilyn? Oh, good. So cute. They had them on sale the other day. Howdy. I'm out with my granddaughter and daughter. Hey, Renee. Hey, y'all say hey to me before I go. Thank you, Helena. These are some of my loungewear that I ordered. I told y'all I went for a 4-mile walk, got hot, got sweaty, got in there and cooked us something, and got my shower, and I said, I'm getting in my loungewear. I'm not going anywhere else today. But I love them. I got 3 pair, and they're so comfortable. They're like butter. And I said, not often can you get on a live, and be in loungewear and be modest. I feel like I'm more modest than I am in certain clothes, so that's what I love about these good quality, just good loungewear to lounge around the house in. What other one did you get? Christy, it just came yesterday, and it's in the washing machine right now washing. Did you see the lavender, the purple one that I got, the lavender with the white polka dots, because I saw Georgia wearing it and I loved it. I ordered that. That was my first one. I said, let me order it and see how I like it. And I loved it so much. Listen, these are, if I'm not mistaken, these are under $20. They're not expensive. I mean, if you've got Amazon Prime, no shipping. So they're not expensive. I just got here, so I didn't hear where you got them. Helena, I got them off of Amazon. I'm going to post the link because I want you to use Georgia's storefront to order them, because that helps her. It will take you right to the link where you can get them. Prin story. Carolyn, a follower on Georgia's page, sent them to Georgia as a gift from one of her followers. I just happened to be on her live supporting her page because I love her. And I said, Georgia, where did you get those cute pajamas, loungewear? I love them. She said, one of my sweet followers. And then she said, Carolyn, are you still on here? And so somebody just popped up and said, Gigi, thank you for the Prince story. May not realize that I'm live. Thank you for the Prince story loungewear. I just ordered me a pair. Yay. But I want you to order it through, if you decide you want some, I want you to order it through Georgia's storefront because it will help her. And I will post that link directly too. Now, when I post the link, it will take you possibly to the ones that Georgia had on. But when you go to that, you can look at all the different colors. You can, I agree, Vicki. Yes, I'm going to do everything I can to support Georgia and to help her. I sure am. But you can go to the link that I'm going to post, but they have them in all different colors. And they are so just, and the other one that somebody had asked me about, the other ones that I order are just a solid charcoal. They're like a charcoal gray, and they have the darker band. I wanted a solid too. I got a solid, a floral. I guess you would, yeah, this is definitely floral. And then the other one is my lavender ones with the little white spots, little polka dots or whatever you want to call it. So the ones that I ordered that I've got in the washing machine right now, they're a solid color. But I will go. Did somebody let me know how long I've been on here? Because it's been too long. But if you're just hopping on, when I finish this live, you go back and you watch from the beginning. I shared a devotion today. I hope they have pink. I know that they had orange and red. I don't know what all colors they had, to be truthful. I'm afraid to go look at all of them because I would want them all, and I could get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble ordering, too many. Do they come in plus sizes? They do. They do. I don't know to what size they go up to, but I'm pretty sure that I saw 1X, 2X, and 3X. So, are they expensive? Lou, I think they're $20 or under. So, no. I'm pretty sure. I mean, $25 at the most. The printed ones are a little bit more expensive. Sandy, 52 minutes. Oh, Lord, that's too long. Thank y'all, ladies. Thank you. The printed ones seem like they ran a little bit more than the solids. The solids and the purple ones that I ordered the other night, I definitely know that they were under $20. These may be more like $20 to $25, but I feel like for a good quality loungewear, 2-piece, that's not bad at all. So, listen, y'all have a great 4th of July, a safe 4th of July. Enjoy your independence. Thank God for your independence. Thank God for your country, your liberty, and your freedoms. And enjoy them, whether you're having time with your family. Our church is doing a float. We're doing a parade. We have a float in the parade. My husband and I are doing that in the morning. I may try to do a little video of our parade and our float and everything and share that with y'all. But have a safe and happy 4th of July. Enjoy the fireworks. Enjoy the good food. Enjoy your freedoms. Okay? Because your freedoms weren't free. there was a price paid for it. So just remember that. Thank God for it. Thank those who fought for it, who paid the ultimate price for it, okay? All right. I love you guys. If I can encourage you to be the hands and feet of Jesus, be his mouthpiece, share his loving kindness with somebody. You won't have to look very far to find somebody who stands in need. And I will see you guys back again soon. My husband goes back to work from vacation on Tuesday. We'll be in the kitchen together, cooking up some recipes, and just hanging out and fellowshipping together, okay? If I don't pop on and see y'all tomorrow and say happy 4th of July to you, happy 4th of July. Bye, guys.